Yo, yo, welcome back. Crypto Squid Games. I got another one for you. First off, I like to say nothing I say is financial advice. Nothing I say, I don't take nothing I say, you know, as law. All this stuff is just speculation in the, wide range of the crypto verse and YouTube verse. Let's talk about it. Crypto, this article says crypto is going to eat most of the financial services in 2025. This is what they're preparing for us. I just want you to understand how it's going to obliterate banks so people won't be able to, go to the banks like they used to. I can't necessarily say that that's a bad thing. It might be a good thing, but you don't have to wait, to transfer money. Maybe it's a Sunday and the bank is closed and you're not able to move your money. You'll be able to still move your money if the world all over utilizes crypto. But I got another thing. Like I said, they're not gonna let these banks just go insolvent. They're gonna find a way to incorporate this thing in the law properly and to fit it into the algorithm so swiftly till, just like we use the money going to the bank, you're gonna have to use banks in the future to hold your crypto. They might have them FDA insured up to a certain amount. It's gonna be situations like that. So it might even be to the point to whereas if you try to, everyone has these wallets and different kind of little devices that they hold their crypto on. It might even get to the point to whereas if you have one of those wallets, it might get outlawed. Like it'd be against the law for you to even have that kind of wallet with crypto in it, even though they're creating the digital IDs. But another thing that I want to mention too that we'll get into, I'll deep dive into later, will be the fact that all this crypto was created so they could put a chip inside of your body. That chip will hold your money. That chip will hold your crypto. That chip will hold your digital ID, which you see a lot of people talking about now. Them trying to get us to wear digital IDs and things of that nature. I mean, this is nothing short of what they already wanted. It's not a coincidence at all. And I just want you to understand that because, once they get this thing all the way rolled out like they want to, the chip in your body is coming. It's gonna also be mandatory. You're not gonna let people go around if you don't have that little rice chip inside your hand. Maybe it'll be your palm, maybe it'll be right by your thumb, but you're gonna have to have that. And that's just where this thing is going. So let's get into this article. Crypto is going to eat most of the financial services in 2025. Crypto Crypto is going to eat most of the financial services. A bold claim made by Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong. There you go again. Brian Armstrong making a lot of strong cases. And Coinbase is one of the biggest, you know, cryptocurrency asset managers in the world when it comes for you buying assets and trading assets on his platform. He's one of the biggest, so if not the biggest. So he make a lot of bold claims. What I would say is because he knows a lot of things that people don't know. He know where this thing is headed, but a lot of people, these folks sign non-disclosure agreements, so it's a lot of things that he know that he necessarily can't speak on. So you have to take those things into consideration also. Crypto is going to eat most of the financial services. A bold claim made by CEO Brian Armstrong. But this isn't just hype. In 2025, we're watching blockchain tech, digital assets, decentralized finance, DeFi, infiltrate everything from banking to payments. With major institutions already integrating crypto solution, Armstrong's prediction isn't just possible, it's happening now. So what does this transformation mean for investors, users, and traditional banks? What is crypto? Is it going to eat most of the financial services? Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong's recent crypto prediction highlights a major shift in global finance. By stating that crypto is going to eat most of the financial services, he's pointing to a future where digital assets power core financial functions. Why? Because crypto offers something traditional finance can't always guarantee: 24/7 access, global reach, instant settlement, lower costs, decentralized control. It's something you got to understand. People can control money. You know, you could send money outside of an institution using Venmo, Cash App, but you can only send up to a certain amount of money. Like I said in my last video, with crypto, they're sending money, billions, to Ukraine, and it's settling in less than 3 minutes. So these people understand that this thing is as powerful as they need it to be, so that they can transfer assets to different places and make sure that the settlement time is quick and they can take care of their business and handle it efficiently and effectively. They have a lot more going on being millionaires and billionaires, or being billionaires and trillionaires, because it's a lot more trillionaires in the world, I think, than they actually account for with Forbes or any other different types of, systems that actually calculate who or what has what types of wealth. I think a lot of those platforms lie, or they undervalue a lot of people's finances and assets. This isn't just a new concept, but what's new is how fast it's scaling. In 2024 alone, leading players like JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard expanded blockchain pilots. Armstrong believes this trend will make crypto versus traditional finance less of a debate and more of a transition. Why crypto dominance matters in 2025. Coinbase assets outpace U.S. banks. Coinbase now manages over $420 billion in digital assets, surpassing many U.S. banks in size. If considered a bank, Coinbase would rank 21st in the U.S. by total assets. That's huge. This is huge. Like, you can't fathom, most of us can't fathom how much $420 billion is. Like, how much money is $420 billion? Let me give you a guess. Because I like to have how much money would I have to spend every day to spend $420 billion in my lifetime? To spend $420 billion in your lifetime, you would need to spend approximately 1 million, basically $1.4 million every single day. So every single day of my life, I wake up for the rest of my life, and we talking about a 70-year span, I would have to spend $1.4 million every single day. Nothing less. Assuming I live for 70 years. Come on now. That's a lot of money. Like, this is a buku lot of money. Who's going to spend that kind of money every single day they wake up? My only goal is to spend 1.4 million when I wake up every day. That's a lot of money. Coinbase now manages that size, like that types of money. And that is huge. Like, most of us can't even fathom how much that is. This growth isn't random. It's rooted in demand as users seek more control and fewer fees. Exchanges like Coinbase are meeting those needs. Financial results prove the point. In Q4 2024, Coinbase reported $2.3 billion in revenue, doubling from the previous year. The market is not only growing, it's accelerating. So it's speeding up and going faster and faster and faster and faster every year. Layer 2 tech, cheaper, faster, smarter. Coinbase Layer 2 solution. Coinbase is another game changer. It enables lightning fast transaction, cheaper gas fees, NFT minting, 10 million plus so far, over 500 million in assets already deployed. This kind of blockchain and banking tech makes traditional rails look slow and outdated. Top insights, real world shifts, global regulations are catching up. Armstrong has warned the U.S. must not fall behind. While Congress debates crypto rules, Singapore and the EU and Hong Kong are already moving fast with investor-friendly regulations. He urges clear guidelines, especially for centralized players like exchanges and stablecoin users, so innovation isn't stifled. Crypto complements fiat, not replaces it. That's what they say now, but they're trying to replace it. They're gonna replace it. It's replaced already. You just haven't seen. They're trying to keep the wool over your eyes. So understand that. According to Armstrong, crypto won't kill fiat. It will balance it. Think of it as digital safety. Think of it as a digital safety valve against inflation, monetary policy mistakes, and outdated banking models. How to get started or what to watch next. Watch Coinbase Roadmap. Their base network is leading innovation. Follow how Visa and JP Morgan scale their blockchain efforts. And another thing I want to say is you got Visa, one of the biggest companies in the world, just like JP Morgan. They're all in on this stuff, and they're already rich. They're already buku rich. Like you think they're gonna lose their wealth playing in a game that makes them lose? They're gonna be ahead of the line, especially if they know how much more wealth that they can attain from dealing in these things. They're gonna get more money. They're gonna be ahead of the line, and by the time the rest of the world catch up, they're going to be in a position in a vault with the doors locked, controlling everything. They're going to control. So this is the reason why, just like the other article said, that crypto is in its infancy, that we must get in and set ourselves up and put ourselves in a position so that we can survive those games also. Because we don't want to be in a position like on Squid Games when you get a random call and you down on your butt and you need this money and you like, man, I got to go do this, that, and the third, because at the end of the day, that's the most position that people are going to be in. They're going to be in a position whereas they be like, man, I got to do this. I need the money. I'm about to get kicked out. I done lost my job. I ain't got nothing going on. And so I got to do this. So if you get in now and you put yourself in a position now, then it's not going to be an issue for you in the future. But it's going to be a lot of people get caught up in the crypto Squid Games because at the end of the day, they're not going to be ahead of the curve. They're not going to be ahead of the ball. You just got natural born slackers. That's what they're meant to be. That's what they're going to be. They don't think about innovation. They think about being everyday modern sheep in the life. And that's what they're meant to be. That's what they're going to be. And they're going to be caught up in those Squid Games. And that's why I always ask this question. Can you survive? Are you going to survive? Will you survive? I'm going to end it right there and say peace and blessings. And y'all be smart out there.